Today's episode is brought to you by Loadless Laundry.
Doing laundry stinks.
With Loadless, you can text to get your laundry picked up, washed, folded, and returned.
You can do random pickups or get on a reoccurring schedule.
Loadless operates on an affordable monthly subscription.
You can get $10 off your first wash by entering code ADULTBABY when you subscribe.
Check them out at GoLoadless.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, voted Long Island's best podcast by a bot farm in Russia. It's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just...
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Huh?
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 337. I am B.
Chick,
I'm Ryan.
and we're back.
We're back. Two
It's a
weeks in a
whole-
row.
It's a whole
going
another
strong.
week. I mean,
Wow,
Jesus.
we're crushing it.
That week
Yeah.
went fast.
Uh-huh.
How you guys doing this week?
Doing great.
Doing
Better
awesome.
than last week. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, last week.
All right, all the joke's over.
We're back and better. Yeah, we're recording on the same night. All right. It's funny. Like, I feel like we do have to start all over again.
Yeah, we do. It's weird to put yourself in mind of that, but
That's fine. Still watching Snoopy.
Well, no, go.
you go ahead.
No,
Go
you got
say
it.
something.
No, I wasn't.
Say something with your new glasses.
Are we gonna do the best of list or the
Yeah,
our
we're
favorites
gonna
today?
do a top five.
Yes.
Okay.
I had
list.
something too. I forgot the first episode.
What? Let's
I
get
had-
into that.
I have a new segment.
Oh yeah, let's do
Totally
Let's get
forgot.
right into the segment.
All
Yeah.
right. It doesn't have a finished name, and I don't know if I'm going to do it every week because I don't know how many places I can go. But basically, the idea here is I'm going to try to go to places that have built some hype around them, and I'm going to
Like a restaurant or
yeah,
like
restaurant,
just anything that
mostly
people are up and about.
mostly restaurants.
Can we call it? Is it overrated?
Okay,
Do you like that name?
I like that.
And then can we do like I'll put in the soundboard. You know, like a popular sports chant will be overrated.
Yes.
And like if the review comes in overrated, I'll drop in a little overrated. You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
I'll do my first. I have three. I can give you three.
Okay.
And then
I'm
next week-
honestly so excited for this.
Well, don't be too excited. Next week I'll do. I have a Jersey edition that I'll do next week. I was in Jersey this week.
Oh, I thought you meant like a jersey, like a sports jersey. Like you were
no,
gonna say
New Jersey.
overrated jerseys.
New Jersey.
Okay.
The Garden State.
Every jersey he owns is overrated.
That's far from the truth. We
No,
all
it's
know that.
not.
All right. So I've been going to. I started with. I started going to these places that had a little hype behind them, and I was like, I don't need to explain it.
You should call it Believe the Hype. Whatever.
Don't believe believe the hype.
All right, so the
better.
first place I went to, it's and by the way, if you guys think of something too, if you
Yeah, I got you.
know, come with it.
Come with it now.
First place I went to was they just opened a Wegmans in
Lake Grove.
Lake Grove. Now Wegmans, do you know like the story of Wegmans?
I know of it, but I don't
It's
know
got a
of it.
passionate fan base.
Yeah.
Right? Like people were excited. There was
This
lines.
is like a grocery store,
It's a
right?
grocery store.
Okay.
But they have a lot of their
stores-
own product. A lot
Mhm.
of stuff on the shelves is Wegman brand.
And that's
They have like a
high-end
deli.
stuff?
They have most.
Oh.
I mean, most grocery stores have a deli, but it's like
You gotta
people really
ask-
sell like you can go and really get lunch there.
We got to ask Cousin Nicky about this.
We got to ask Cousin Nicky.
One of our friends, we call him Cousin Nicky, but he lives in Lake Grove.
Yeah, he probably lives pretty close to it.
I mean, it's 4 minutes from where you are right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we have to go by Cousin Nicky's after this.
Okay.
Have you been there?
Yes.
All right. What's your thoughts?
It's not my segment. I want to hear your thoughts.
Well, it's all of our segments.
okay, but I want to hear yours first before I.
all right. So I
do.
went
I
there.
want to hear his first.
I went there, and I went there with friend of the show, Jack Adam. We had a plan to film something. It didn't go great.
Yeah.
I was completely underwhelmed.
Sucks. Stupid. It's
with
overrated.
This store. It was overrated to me.
Yeah.
But here's my problem. I didn't try the food, which I feel like is a flaw in my
I feel like if
review.
you're gonna do this segment, when you go into these places, you need to know what they're hyped up about, and if you have to try what they're, like,
I
if they
shoulda
say
tried.
the food is great, you got to try.
They
the
say
food.
like the chicken, a lot of the chicken dishes they're known for.
Okay. Because they do
so-
have they had like a section of like a
Hot
deli
food?
section
Hot
of hot
meals.
Oh, I
food.
love those.
Me too. But like, here's the
What are you
thing.
rating this on? Just walking around, not liking the vibe.
I had gone to Trader. I'm a big Trader Joe's guy. I felt like the food at Trader Joe's was so much more interesting
Yeah.
than everything there. Everything there was just okay. It's their version of this. It wasn't like I've never seen this before. Like Trader Joe's to me has like salsas that
But
I
isn't
like.
it supposed to be the quality of what they have is good?
It could be. Listen,
Did you buy anything from there?
nothing. Again, I start this segment with a flawed project.
Yeah.
Because I didn't fulfill the duty of eating something there. And that very well could have changed. But I just thought, as a whole, the store felt very basic. It felt very King Cullen to me. What are your thoughts on
Yeah,
Wegmans?
I wasn't completely
Whelmed?
whelmed.
Enamored?
I wasn't overwhelmed with, but first of all, it's too busy. It's too many people are there. It's too crowded.
That's
I
the
want to
other
go back at night, like when it's probably a little bit less crowded. But my also problem is a lot of the stuff, the hot food they have is a lot of meat items, and I don't eat meat, so I feel like it's hard for me to really judge. But they have a lot
Yeah.
of fish things. I did buy a pretzel. They sold a pretzel like the grab and go things, and you just put it in the oven. That was actually pretty good.
Okay.
So that was okay. I would like to try more from there. I just feel like it's, I was overacting. I'm like, it doesn't suck. Seemed like it was fine. It was another grocery store.
It's fine, but it just felt like it had so much hype.
That's the problem.
Where
The
it
hype-
was like,
But you didn't even try it. Like, so here's my thing.
yeah, like
If you're gonna really judge one of these types of places, you almost
you don't need to say it again. I
no,
understand.
but I mean, you even almost have to shop identical to how you shopped.
yeah.
I don't know, like to really compare it.
Do you do like grocery shopping? Do you ever go do like
Yes.
a week's worth of grocery shopping?
Yes.
You do.
and I have places
I'm
that
shocked by this.
no, I love I go to two different places. But I love Trader Joe's, and like I said, they always have different, like even the frozen stuff. It's like different, and they have seasonal stuff.
Yeah.
And Wegmans very well may have this,
They
but
do.
we walked around the store for an hour, and it just felt very. I don't know. Nothing was popping out at me.
Yeah.
And then they had sandwiches, but it was all and maybe they are delicious.
That's what I'm saying. You have to try.
And
it.
I will have to go back. But the two other places I have today, I tried the food. But this place,
move the fuck on. No, I'm just.
this is the reason why I wanted to do this, because I was very excited to go there, and I just felt so underwhelmed with
let's
it.
go-
I'm just shocked that you were so excited to go and you didn't think to.
Because
try something.
we were filming something there. We were filming something.
All right, so
I
let's
feel
hold
like
off on rating Wegmans.
All right.
I live close by. I'm gonna next time we record, which is gonna be in a couple weeks, because whatever. But I'm gonna go there and get some Wegmans products. Like they have like
So am I.
Wegmans cookies.
That's
They have
a good
like-
idea.
They have
You're
like,
not gonna
they have
go
like
there.
their
Yeah, well,
version. They have
it's
like their
too
version
far.
of Oreos, or whatever.
I could go out there
You're
But
gonna.
I can bring some stuff. We can try some stuff from Wegmans on the podcast.
That's a good idea.
for
That's
the
a good
sake of the show. I'll take a drive to get a bite to eat. I could smoke a joint
you
in
don't
the
have
way.
to. I'm
and fucking
saving
do
the
it.
He's
trouble.
bringing. He's
No,
gonna,
but I want to go get a hot. Food.
Okay.
He's gonna bring it to
I
us.
would like to try some hot
All right.
food,
I
and I
would-
don't want to make you buy meat.
Well, I'm gonna go buy. Well, that's not me. Like I'll buy some Wegmans snack stuff,
Okay.
and we can try in the podcast.
That'll be a
and
good idea.
We'll have a full. We're gonna make this is gonna be almost a separate thing. It's gonna be a full Wegmans review,
Okay, good.
and we'll give it a
good.
fair shot. Because if like, neither one of us,
Patreon. We got to get that Patreon. Up.
yeah,
Wegmans was the reason why I wanted to do this, because I felt so underwhelmed, but I also knew it was a flawed thing that I didn't get
Okay.
anything.
All right.
All
Next
right.
door.
So next one was. This is a store we talked about briefly last week. It's a bagel shop called Pop Up Bagels.
okay.
Have you heard about this chick?
no,
All right. I know Chick's not going to know any of this stuff.
I don't hear about anything.
I know. You live in your own world, and this came about during the pandemic, I believe, and it became super popular around New York City. There were lines. And the idea behind this place is by the way, lines are one of the reasons why it's deemed hype.
Hyped. Well,
Yeah.
that's a good reason. I went on a line today for a bakery, and it was like, man, this place got some hype. Yeah.
What did you just?
I just extended my arm and I didn't realize how close I was. Sorry.
You just poked me. So the idea behind this place is the bagels are always hot, and you don't slice them, you dip them.
You rip it off and you dip.
You rip and dip. And
Dip.
Oh, so they'll give you like a thing of butter and you dip in the butter.
yeah.
Cream cheese.
They have two things they make. This is a thing I don't like when places make you say something a name, like they make you say schmear. I don't want to say that. I just don't want to say that. And they're like, what kind of schmear would you like? And
You don't have to. Just say, I want butter.
Yeah, I know, but the fact that they were asking me, I said butter, but then the butter is always.
They got to say that all day long. What kind of schmear would you like?
I know, it's so annoying. So the butter is always a different flavor.
Yeah.
So I got rosemary garlic. That was the flavor. But like this week they have creme
good to
brulee.
me.
No, it was very good.
Not for butter. I like regular butter.
See, he's a basic man.
I am a basic man.
But they have a cinnamon sugar one that's supposed to be great. There's just like a lot. There was a
They
creme brulee.
change them day to day, or like there's like an option. There's like a few options
I think
each day, right?
every week, like you look on the website and there'll be like Thursday to Saturday, we have so and so.
I don't get why they can't cut the bagel open though and smear
This
it on.
is their thing. This is their thing.
Could you bring it home and do whatever you want?
I
with
know
it.
that's true.
Now, this place to me, the one I went to, it happened to be, I don't know, dentist day or something. They gave me
Toothbrush.
Everybody gets a toothbrush
I was joking.
and toothpaste. So I thought that was a nice little add-on. As for the bagels, here's what I didn't like. You have to order 3 at a time, the minimum. So I just wanted one bagel. I had to get 3. These things are heavily seasoned. They're like I got an everything of sesame.
This place sounds like it sucks.
Yeah. I didn't love it.
Wow. So you didn't even like the bagel quality of the bagel?
I
itself.
like the bagel. I like that it was hot, but again, I like a soft bagel. You like a
But I might like what you're doing. Like I said, if it's butter, I like it warm. So I might like the idea of ripping off I think I like the process.
It
of
was
this.
very hot. The bagels were very hot and fresh. It did feel like it was.
Like dipping it in butter. That sounds great to me.
It was.
It
but,
does sound good with that.
But I also, it would have been nicer to get. I just want one, you know.
Yeah.
And I had to spend. It
Can
was
you
like
hold that against them,
$13.
though?
What?
I don't know if I I guess you're doing an overall experience. But
Think about if you just want to grab a bagel. Now I got to get 3.
It's
kinda
not
ridiculous.
it's not that kind of place. It's like they make it out. It's almost like these companies now are built in mind to be like bigger than we're not a place that you stop and get a bagel.
Yeah.
We're an event.
Yeah.
You bring bagels back for everybody. Kind of annoyed me. The bagel was good. The bagel was good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to spend $15.
Do they give you enough schmear for the
They do.
bagel?
They that's the one thing they give you a full cup, like a big full cup, where you have more than you'll ever need.
And there's good bagels a lot of places. I mean,
There's great
you know what
bagels
I mean? So
everywhere.
it's like you got to be to be a place that's
Man, they gotta
noteworthy
get
for a bagel.
3?
You got to be. Yeah, you got to be.
These guys
good.
won Brooklyn Bagel Fest 2 years in a row, and they're living high off of it, and I'm not impressed.
But like I say, it is a hype. People like to think they're part of a happening.
That's
So-
what
That's
it is.
it.
People just like that. It won this and that. But you know what? This place that probably never put itself in a competition that's serving dynamite bagels.
And I don't believe this place will stand the test of time. Okay, like Wegmans, I can see it that'll last.
Yeah.
This place, Pop-Up Bagels, I see it eventually.
popping away.
Yeah, it's gonna die out. Like it'll be around, but like it's not what it's. The hype is gone.
Yeah.
All right, and I can see why.
Yeah.
All right, the third place I went to is a hot dog place. You like hot dogs?
I love a good hot
I used
dog.
to.
Oh yeah, you used to. This is called Rawley's in Fairfield, Connecticut.
So my brother went to college.
Oh, did he? He went to Fairfield?
Yeah, I feel like they're known for their hot dogs up there. Or at
They
least maybe
really
that
are.
place. Yeah. I've heard
Is this a
about
new place
Connecticut
or it's
hot
been
dogs.
forever?
Been around there
Gotta ask him
forever.
if he knows about it.
It's been around there forever. It's an old school joint, burgers and fries. It's Martha Stewart's favorite hot dog. That's
I
you know-
love Martha Stewart.
yeah. She lived up there in Westport, so and there's a big picture of her there, like, and it's like a New England style hot dog where they cut it. Oh, I don't know if they cut it
They
there.
cut it like open and they put things inside the hot dog almost.
Yeah, and
the bun is
the
open.
bun is like toasted with butter. Real
Sounds
delicious. And that place, my friend, that passes the hype.
Wow.
And that's a place that's been there forever. You could just tell the prices were good. There was
They get it.
there was a line. I was like, I understand. They just make a great product, and it was just overall
good to
great
hear.
experience.
Yeah, that's great.
So Rawley's Hot Dogs, in Fairfield, Connecticut.
Yeah. And the two pizza places you tried up there, you said were lived
Dynamite.
up to the hype.
I got to
Those
try the
were
pizza
fucking
Pepe's
places.
and
Pepe's and Mary's. No.
yeah, I keep wanting to try them.
Marie,
when
what
I,
was the fucking La Spite?
it's like the hot oil pizza, right? Like
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
I want to try that too because I want to see.
Pepe's
if
was
that-
the worst of the two. The other one that I liked more was the other one. I forget the
Yeah.
fucking name now.
Yeah.
They have a lot of cool old school places that have been around forever
So
up there.
can we get some baseline of like what B likes as it is? Like, what are some stuff locally that you feel like is hyped, you like, and you sign off on?
Huh.
Can you think of anything?
Local places.
Anywhere like
are
maybe
we-
on Long Island that maybe you go to and you feel like this place is hyped, and you also
All
you'd
American.
like that to go that.
Yeah,
All American.
That lives up to the hype.
And All American, I sometimes see it gets hate throughout, like on comments on Facebook. Like I'm always looking on Reddit, like the best, so and so on Long Island, and that's always getting downvoted.
Right.
But to me, All American is you can't go wrong. I love All American.
Okay.
Burgers, fries, shakes, the whole deal. I don't
Yeah,
do the
no,
fish sandwich. All
yeah,
right.
I don't
good
think
stuff.
Shake Shack lives up to the hype.
I love Shake Shack.
Interesting.
I like Shake Shack. I do like it.
Yeah, I love it.
But
my
the
favorite
praise
burger.
that place gets,
I agree. I agree with him.
there's other places
Yeah,
I
when-
would rather.
I like it. The burgers feel kind of small to me,
I like a small burger.
but
Don't love the fries.
I like the fries.
I don't dislike it.
Like a
I
crinkle
I
fry, like
enjoy it, but
that's my favorite burger anywhere.
Get
Is
outta
here.
a Shake Shack. Yeah.
even Five
I don't like
Guys,
the shake sauce.
Yeah.
I think the shake sauce is a little overrated.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
great.
And they have good vegan options now, so that's
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's
next
good.
I'll bring up the.
No. Don't stop.
Have you guys ever had Bigelow's fried clams out in?
don't
I
do
got
seafood.
invited. I'm not a
Huh?
I
seafood
don't
guy.
do seafood.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not a
yeah.
seafood. Another friend of the podcast, Kyle Mara, his parents live near there, so he invited me to go there, and I just I was like, I'm not a seafood guy, so we ended up going someplace else. But I know that place
Got a
has
bit of a
been there
name to it.
forever.
I think it's great. Great clams, and then but the New England clam chowder is the best on Long Island as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I love New
can't
England
do
clam chowder.
clams.
Yeah, that's okay. So that's not a.
I wish I did. I wish I did, to be
Yeah.
honest. But yeah. So next week I'll have some. I'll have some New Jersey ones.
The other place that's a lot of hype that I haven't tried yet that I want to is Cane's.
That's something that's on my list.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, so that's on
It's.
my.
I mean, it's.
I know it's basic, but
how good could a chicken tender get? But it is like, well, this is the best chicken tender
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
that I've ever had. So it's like, but I like Houlihan's to me has the best chicken tenders.
I love
on Long
Houlihan's.
Island. Houlihan's?
Oh.
There's the only one left is like over in Farmingdale.
Yeah, it's amazing.
is that
They
true?
all. I don't know what
He
happened.
I used
It's
to
my
go to the
favorite
one
place.
There used to be one right here in the same parking lot as Wegmans. Used to be me and my sister would go once a week. We'd go there,
Huh.
and I would feel like an idiot. I'm like, can I get the chicken tender? I'm like, these are the best chicken tenders that I can get
I
anywhere.
would get nachos. I get their. They have a Southwest chicken.
They used to have the
sandwich.
best potato skins there. They like they're
Potato skins are something you don't
I think their
see as
nachos
much
are the
anymore.
best in the island.
That is, that's been his
right.
vote
Potato
for.
skins used to be a big thing.
They
I
used
used
to be
love
big.
potato skins. They had
You
like
don't-
they had just like a
They were
cube,
yeah,
like a
'cause
square.
they weren't too thick, but they
Yeah.
were crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that
Like
place
layered,
is,
perfect.
I love that
Yeah.
place.
It's like a pilgrimage to Houlihan's.
I would do that in a
Telling you.
heartbeat.
So, but Raising Cane's chicken tenders it's great.
I like
now
that
they're
it-
popping up. There's a couple in New York.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I got to get to one.
I think
Yeah.
there's one on Long Island now, right?
I heard rumors of one. I haven't.
I
yeah.
thought there was one. Maybe I'm wrong. I know. I'm thinking about that Peruvian place.
I fell for April Fools. I didn't even think about it, but it was like somebody posted somewhere In and Out, first In and Out coming to Long Island.
Oh, okay.
I was like, and I just thought, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I wasn't like, oh, great, it's great. I'm not, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, that's it. I never thought they'd come out here. And then like maybe the next day I saw a building going up at Kings Park. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's going to be the new In and Out. And then I realized, wait a minute. Yesterday was April Fool's. Like, there's no In and Out coming to Long Island.
They're never coming out here.
No.
Have you ever had In-N-Out?
Yeah.
What's your It's basic.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
I think like, those places, like they're pretty.
They're
Did you
good.
ever have a big Kahuna burger?
No, I
What's
never
that
had
from?
it.
That's a
Pulp
reference.
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
This is a tasty burger.
Okay, well, I'm excited for more
Yeah,
of
so
these.
we'll
For
see
the
how
Jersey edition.
We'll see how many I could do, and please, if you guys have something, even it doesn't have to be like ultimate hype. It's
I
just
get
like all right, this has some people talking.
Like I said, with Instagram, I get a ton of that stuff from my
yeah,
algorithm. And
you
it's-
find it. So
There's a place. There's a Mr. Softy's store that opened up.
there's one in City Field.
West Islip, I think.
Yeah,
But they do like these hand dipped ice cream sandwiches that are going like people going nuts for. So I think we should maybe try that.
that's
spot.
a good idea.
Yeah.
I've been craving ice cream.
Let's do it. When I get back, don't go there. Let's do an adult baby's trip to this place.
Okay, all right, that sounds good. Because once the weather gets a little nice, I'm not a huge ice cream
Yeah,
guy.
you know me. I'm
I know, but like
I can
I'll
go
do
for
it. I'll do it like once or twice a summer.
Let's do
I'll
that,
get
yeah.
ice
You know what I
cream.
had the first time this week that I haven't really had like a homemade Jello. My mother had I haven't
Jello,
had
huh?
Jello in so long that I
Sounds
was like, oh my
refreshing.
god, it's so
Yeah.
refreshing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The cool
Just like in your
Jello.
mouth,
It's just
mushing.
Yeah,
around
it's
there.
the
Yes. Ah, I
I
can
don't know
go
if I
for
could ever
some
give it
Jello.
up. vegans can't have Jello. It's bone marrow. It's
I
it's
thought
made
I
from.
always thought there was hoof in it.
Hoof. Maybe it's hoof. Yeah, but I feel like I could never give that up.
No,
yeah, 'cause
I hear
I
ya.
love a Jello. Yeah,
Did you see Conan O'Brien got the
Mark Twain.
Yeah,
Award?
I was watching.
I didn't
it.
watch it, but I
I
heard that he
enjoyed
did.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I like him a lot.
I'm a
I
big
do
fan
like
of
him. I'm a
Conan.
big fan.
Yeah, like I don't watch him a lot, and I kind of didn't watch him a lot. But I'm always like, I hope that he continues to be successful. I just
I always root for
That's what I
him.
feel about Eminem. It's like I might not be interested in Eminem's music anymore, but I hope that he's never irrelevant. I hope that when he
Yeah.
puts out a new album, I hope people, even if I don't like it, I hope people like it.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Grandfather now. Isn't that crazy?
that's crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy.
yeah.
Do you know that?
I like the photo. It was him, Snoop, 50.
Was that real?
Yeah, actually, you know what?
It
That
looked
might not have
AI-ish.
been. It might not have been real. I thought they said it was, but
What was it? I didn't see.
just the four of them,
Like him holding the baby,
him holding the baby.
and then the four of them around. I'm like,
It was,
I
50,
questioned-
Dre,
Snoop.
Snoop, and Eminem.
Eminem.
That's
Yeah,
probably fake.
yeah. But do you know who? Is it? No. Who is it that got the two people from My Godchild? So it's Tony Hawk and Kurt Cobain.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Oh,
Kids
their kids got married.
got married and
Get
had a kid.
outta here.
So there's a kid that was born that their grandparents are Tony Hawk and Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Are their
That's
grandfathers. Is that
That's
fucking nuts?
That's
Why?
nuts.
Who are your grandparents? Tony Hawk and Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
And Courtney Love.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still a big name.
yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
who Tony Hawk married. I don't know who the
The lucky broad was for him.
Tony Hawk is just still such a cool guy to this day.
Yeah, he is.
That guy just continues to be.
Uh-huh.
I remember when he did the 900. Watching that. The when he finally did the 900.
Oh yeah.
little
It was like a
splits.
whole ESPN
Yeah.
on ESPN X
Yeah.
Games or whatever.
How do you think they count that in real time? Like, do you think they're good enough? People that watch that enough can see how many spins are? Because you always I got to slow that down to watch how many.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
they could tell by how you're landing almost at like
Yeah. It's just like it happens in an instant.
Yeah,
Like, how
I just
did you-
think you could tell it's longer than anybody like
Mm.
I
'cause they
agree
flip
with-
out. Like the place goes nuts. As soon as they
Yeah.
land it, I'm like, so they really knew how many times they
They
flipped?
knew.
To me,
Yeah.
it's just like
But I feel like it's like it's like anything. If you're an avid fan of something, you'll see something that somebody else who's
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
will
True.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're seeing something that we're not seeing. Because I don't see it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
It's
probably
like,
looks
uh,
a certain way.
It's like bachata music. To me, it all sounds the same.
Yeah, I don't know what that music is, but
But if you listen to bachata music, I'm sure you hear the subtleties and you can tell the difference.
I'm sure I would.
You guys are so tuned into Snoopy right now. It's hilarious.
I got caught on by the basketball playing. So
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's playing basketball with Woodstock's nest.
he just dunked it.
Woodstock's
It's,
like,
it's
oh,
a good show. Snoopy
yelling
Screensaver
at
is a
him.
good show.
pissed.
All right, so
I
I
mean,
did.
it's really expressive.
I tasked you guys with coming up with a top 5 list.
Yeah. By the way, you text me when I'm at a bachelor party, so I didn't.
No, that text was a couple days long. Just
I
because
know.
when you respond,
You know what it is though? I was somewhere where I wasn't paying
it's
attention
just
when it
you
happened.
always allowed to have an excuse, and I'm not. I've learned.
You're allowed to. That's all you have is excuses.
Oh,
What are you
stop.
talking about?
So I'll go first, though. But
I'm not saying it's
finish
an
what you were.
excuse.
That's
intro
it. No,
to.
that was it. So I want to, comedy is such a big, hot topic now. Let's talk about our favorite comics.
So I
You know what I
didn't
mean?
want to do. I mean, obviously, it was supposed to be our 5 favorites, but I kind of. I like. I these are my personal
That's what I was looking for. Your
Yeah.
person, not you can say like, yeah, these guys might be great, but
Do I
like,
have to
who
put
do
them
you
in
like
order
watching?
of who I like the most, or you just?
I did,
go-
but
okay.
I
No, I
you
can.
don't
I
need
can
to.
easily do that.
Okay,
Number 5. So I'll start with the 5.
5.
Down to
Yeah,
1.
well, down to 1. Yeah.
Anthony Jeselnik
Okay.
is my 5th.
Okay.
I find that type of humor is just right up my alley.
That's a
Obnoxious.
style. Yeah.
I love. I do, but I love him. His roast stuff, all his specials.
Stuff was good.
I don't think I've ever seen anything of his that I didn't like.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Personally.
save yeah, I respect Anthony Jeselnik. I to me, I would love Anthony Jeselnik in clips. I can't I watch an hour of it, like 50 minutes. I'm like,
'Cause it's a lot.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
but I feel like I could watch clips of his forever and be okay with
Some of my favorite things about him is how he doesn't do a special like people will just rattle it off. Like he lets the crowd know that I'm about to tell you another joke.
it. Yeah, but don't you feel like he sits there a little too smug? Like, can you believe I just said that? Like, and it's like,
I
yeah,
think
we know
that's
you
part
did
of the
that.
act.
Yeah.
Like I think that's kind of the shtick. But I enjoy when he's like, I'm going to tell you this next one, and it's like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he's letting you know that every one of these
Yeah.
is like a written. I don't know.
Sure.
I enjoy it.
I get it. Yeah.
Number 4, I probably could have put him up further on the list, but there's just not enough work. Patrice O'Neill.
It's funny you say that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's just I probably would have him higher if there was more that he. But I don't even know how much there is out there of him.
Yeah,
One
he's got a
special, but there's
couple-
so much
He's
radio.
got a couple
stuff.
special.
Yeah, but the
But you're
radio we're
counting
doing
that.
comedians.
Are you counting? That's
No,
just the
I
problem.
wasn't. I'm doing
I
straight
know.
comedy. I
So
just
I was talking about this to Monique, and she goes, "Well, who's that guy from like the '90s and 2000s that you love, the black guy?" And I'm like, "Oh, Patrice O'Neill." I'm like, "Yeah, there's not enough work to make my list."
he
But
made
like
my
what he did was
his
great.
It's one of my favorite. I mean, his
Again.
joke about the when he throws the wrapper out and he gets nervous that it's going to land next to a dead body,
Yeah.
and then he's
and he asked for a
the
seat
gum
everywhere
wrapper
he
killer
goes.
or whatever it is.
Yeah. To me, one of my favorite jokes ever was his joke about in the tsunami. And he goes, "I would have died in the tsunami because it didn't look that bad to me." And he was just like, he goes, "I would have been on the beach like this." And he just holds up, he pulls up his pants, he pulls up his pants like it's gonna be a,
Like it's just
gonna be
gonna
a
get to
a
his-
big
yeah.
wave. Yeah, that's just the funny imagery. Yeah.
Again,
I
he just did not have enough of a
right. But what he did was great, and like he said, like he was great
He
just
just-
as
he's
a funny
hysterical.
person.
Yeah, he was just a funny
yeah,
dude.
But I love that. I love that pick.
So Patrice was 4. Number 3. You're going to be your favorite. This is the only one I think you'll hate is Chappelle.
Yeah. It's hard to say because his early work, yes, absolutely. Just,
Yeah.
I actually did just recently watch the one. He's got one on HBO right now. One of his earlier ones. It was fucking hysterical. But we don't need to get into him too much. He is what he is.
Yeah.
You know, he's always been one of my favorites.
I'm still even. Though I
He's
don't
the
love
one I
his-
think is the best comic that I've seen, though. I would
Yeah.
say he's
I
probably.
think like his best, the best of him is like the best.
All right.
But
I
I feel like he's done too much damage to his not. His
Okay, I get that. Number
To me.
2, Gone Too Soon. My boy Mitch Hedberg.
Good choice.
Simple
Yeah.
jokes, but I loved all of them.
Also, not a huge.
Not a huge body of work, but he does have a lot of jokes.
A lot of jokes. I can't argue that. That's a great
I love
choice.
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Um,
The same like Anthony Jeselnik, different like script, but like
exactly.
joke,
They're not.
joke,
yeah.
joke, like one-
Joke. and his
Yeah.
just whole demeanor. I mean, I
Yeah.
know he was on drugs, but
Yeah.
I love the whole thing.
If anybody's wondering what B's doing, he's making his list right
Right
now. I
now.
don't think he's disinterested.
We'll go to you next.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's going to kill the
No,
segment is
no,
his
I have-
lack of.
It's too
No,
bad that
I-
he's not interacting with this.
Yeah.
but
I have it.
And number one, he's somebody who was always one of my favorites, but I put him at the top now. Just Bill Burr, because I think he's just getting as good now as he was.
Called that one. Yeah. I said Bill Burr's definitely on Chick's list.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a great
Yeah.
pick.
And I watched his last special, and I'm like, wow, he's sober now. But I loved it.
Yeah, I
like-
didn't love it, but
I thought this special was fantastic. this
yeah,
last
I didn't
one.
love it, but I he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tries to change, but he's still kind of always him. I don't know. I find him great. So that's my top 5. I actually was proud of my list on that one.
To me, like we talked about being enlightened finally and being like, hey, if I do some things my wife wants to do, like my life is actually better. And I'm like, first of all, you should have wanted to do this. If you love the person you're with,
I
like
know.
you should want to do the things they want to do. Like I just couldn't relate to that at all. And I was like,
I've never wanted to do what other people want to do though.
I
relate to that like
I
not
get that.
wanting to do that.
I understand that's a stereotype, and guys like, oh, leave me alone, let me watch my game. Like I like all the things he was talking about doing. I'm like, that's the shit I like to do. I like to be like, oh,
Yeah.
make plans with the woman, and what do I do? I want to go pick strawberries. I get excited about it, so I can't relate to that at all.
I like some of that, but
yeah, I hear you.
most of it, I just.
Yeah, I get it.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I get it.
My favorite part about the new special, and it's kind of because I feel like it's me and my friends. Maybe we're not there yet, but we're at that age where he's just the drop dead age, where there's no sickness.
No,
if you're gonna go, you just drop.
you're there. You're definitely there.
No,
He
but
definitely-
that's kind of where you're at. The 40s to 50s, 60s is that area.
Yeah.
He's definitely a guy. If I see a clip of him talking on a talk show or just in an interview, and I'm like, I saw him on a red carpet. Somebody asked him something once. And like, you saw that recently. I love his replies.
great.
I love what he's got to say. Same thing like Chappelle. Like, I'm still like, as much as I might not love what they do as stand up now, I'm still fascinated by these people, and I want to hear what they think and what they have to say.
Great thinkers.
Yeah.
They're just great thinkers.
Yeah.
What did he say to that reporter? Completely shut them down.
I'm a dancing
It
clown.
was so good.
It
Oh
was
my
so
god, it was so
good.
good.
Comedian. I'm a dancing clown. You need to do your
Yeah,
job.
you got to
as
investigate.
journalists.
You guys used to do work and investigation. Now you
that's-
just ask comics. Like, what do you? Yeah, so good.
He said, "I'm a dancing clown."
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are my 5.
That's good. I like
go.
that.
All right, go next.
Let's
All
go
right.
you next. Give him more time to
I
think about
already
what.
know.
Yeah, but you got to think. Just let him go
I
next.
already thought.
Top 5 controversial pick only because of stuff outside of comedy.
Jeff Foxworthy.
no,
Is it CK?
no, worse.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. If you're looking at comic, the work on the stage.
He's your favorite. He's one of your favorites.
top
Bill,
five.
Bill
Okay.
Cosby himself, when he sits, it's one of the
It
greatest.
just doesn't get much better than that.
I don't
Of
think I've
all
ever
time.
really. I honestly don't think I've ever sat down and
Oh,
listened to
right.
one of his specials. I gotta
So
maybe
good.
do
To my
it.
brother Russell,
like 2
whom I
hours,
slept
right?
with, that album.
So good.
Great. Bill
All right.
Cosby himself, the comedy doesn't get any better than that. And it kind of like changed how people did comedy, like the way they just
It would be like a
structured
2-hour
their
show,
comedy.
right? He did
Well,
like
live, he did. I went to go see him live at CW Post before all this stuff came out, whatever. I guess
Yeah.
maybe it was
Probably right
talkings
before.
about it, but he did, yeah, it was about over 2 hours. And even at the age he was then when I saw them, slayed for 2 hours.
Yeah.
He takes his time, certainly. Like, you're really living it.
But that's the
And
stick.
they're just absolutely hilarious at that age and genuinely funny still at that age. Was
Alright.
crazy. So, whatever. Controversial, but
I don't even think it's controversial. I mean, the work is
No.
the work.
that's what it is.
The
And
work
it's like,
is-
I'm
yeah.
not going to pay to see him now. I'm not,
It's like people try to say we can say Michael Jackson was in a fucking King of
Exactly.
Pop. But I
Exactly.
mean,
Yeah. Number 4, Norm Macdonald.
can I
just-
tell you? My fifth was there was 3 people I was kind of toying around, and he was one of them.
Yeah. I mean, just another great thinker. You like to see him even talk
Yes.
off the stage, but just his comedy to me was just
His
totally
last one he did
original.
with just him.
Totally original.
Was great.
I mean, that was like,
I know, but I still loved every second of
bittersweet.
it.
I'm watching, I going, boy, I wish I would have known what this looked like on stage. This
I
probably
know.
would have been great. It's like the whole time I'm thinking about that rather than just listening to the
But
jokes.
I still loved it.
just his delivery doesn't get any better. than
He's
that.
really one of a kind too.
Yeah. Number 3, a new guy in this newish to the legend status, but Nate Bargatze. He's
That's
got
a
the
good one.
He's
That's
got
a
the
very
body
good
of
one.
work now.
I love
Yeah.
Nate.
There's not a special that he just put out that I haven't thought like his
His
last
last one was great.
Every one of them, I'm like, this guy's it. This guy does exactly what I want from a
He's
comic.
another delivery guy that I love.
He's got a cheat code. His voice, his delivery. I'm like, this guy says anything.
He
I think
sounds
it's funny.
drunk.
Yeah.
Like that, like those
Yeah.
like little slur. But big
And
fan.
I've been like, this, I've been compared, like when I've done comedy, like you remind me a lot like Nate Bargatze. I'm like, yeah, this is the type of comedy I would perform, and it's the kind of comedy
Right.
I want to see, like where you just, oh, this thing happened, and I think this about it. So it's number 2, Brian Regan. I don't, like
love Brian Regan.
Great.
it doesn't just cut and dry. The hardest I've ever laughed, maybe ever, was at Caroline seeing him when I was like pleading for him to stop. I'm literally
I love
like,
his faces.
I'm in pain, and like I'm covering my ears because like, if I hear what he's gonna say next, I'm in, like, you're literally in pain. There's just nobody can do that.
He's I love his facial expressions. He's a good one.
Great. Yeah. Number 1 is like an absolute personal thing. I don't expect everyone to love him.
I
but
feel like I know where you're gonna go with this.
who?
Actually, I don't know. I was gonna say Tig Notaro.
No.
I thought
No,
you
I
always
like
had
Tig.
like I know that's why you've said it
Yeah,
before.
no, I don't. No. Paul F. Tompkins.
I don't know him really.
Yeah. He might not be somebody who I laugh the most at, but I feel the most comfort watching him. I feel like he does another guy who takes his time, but the payoffs are always huge.
Mhm.
I maybe don't even laugh out loud as much to him. I'm just like, God, this guy is so good. I really just.
Yeah, I don't know too. I know of him. I just don't know.
Yeah, he
his
definitely
work.
cracks me up at
I feel like I've
times.
seen him in a few movies.
Yeah, he's an
Him.
actor too.
You know
Yeah.
him?
I have an action.
Big?
I have an action doll of his.
Yeah, I
around
know.
there somewhere.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you said you
Right
didn't
down
know
there, that
him.
little comedy
no,
bang bang.
I don't know his. I don't like know his comedy. I know him, but
Right
yeah.
behind you, chick. There's a little action figure right there. It says comedy lower.
Oh yeah,
That's
oh,
one of
that's
his. That's one of his characters. A little action figure. So I just
86. He started.
he's been around a while. Philly guy.
Ugh.
Just love him. He just like a lot subtlety.
All right.
That's
Is that
a good list.
5 or is that you
That's
have more?
number 1.
Oh, all
That's
right.
my number 1 guy.
No, I meant that you already gave me
I did
5.
5.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You know what I like? 10 comics, not one double.
Yeah.
Let's see if you
Yeah.
do it.
Number 5. I'm gonna go with Chris Rock. Chris Rock's that
First 2
that special was like the first special I watched. I think
killed that.
what was
Bigger
it
and
called?
Blacker.
Bigger and Blacker. The
And
other
there's
one
also-
was
what was the one before that?
with the CR behind it, right?
Yeah.
It was wearing the black leather.
God, it was so good. It was like my first comedy special.
That was great.
That,
No, that was the one that had him. It looked like the Cash Money Millionaires. Fucking. Hold on.
Whatever
it's on
it was.
HBO because I just watched it.
that was. It hit me at an age where I like was understanding comedy.
Yeah.
What's
around
his
the
name?
same with me. Yeah. Yeah. around
and
that time.
and I just loved it ever since then. Again, this is early stuff because I
Never Scared. I think Bigger and Blacker was 99. Never Scared was 2004.
okay, all right. So
Kill the Messenger 2008.
So Bigger and Blacker was
Yeah, he's got them all on HBO too right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, those were-
If anybody
those were
cares
great.
to watch
I
them.
just love
quotable-
those early
How about
Rock.
recently? Do you consider that, or those are good enough to be like, that's it? I don't need more than
That's
that
all
for-
I need.
Could
because
Chris Rock.
I first of all I don't watch comedy specials anymore. I very rarely watch them.
Bad.
I know.
I get it.
I just
but
don't. I
that's-
can't. Like
Yeah, I
I
know.
did. But
Is it partially because you don't ever want to consciously be writing jokes that are similar to?
probably. But I'm not right. I just can't watch more
Alright,
comedy.
I get it.
I mean, you sit in enough open mics.
But
And,
don't you realize you're watching the worst of the worst instead of
listen?
Maybe we'd set the bar.
Talk
higher.
to me after you've
Yeah.
done it. I just
I almost feel like if I was constantly watching shit comics and I would forget why I'm doing this,
Yeah.
I would have to watch the good guys to be like,
You'd be
that's
like,
the
oh,
eye
this
on the
is pretty
prize.
I
good.
definitely
Eyes
do.
on the prize.
I definitely do, but it's rare. It's rare.
Alright.
It's rare I watch any television. You know me.
Enough. You've been getting better with that. But anyway.
Yeah, I have. All right. Right after him, I'm gonna go. Carlin. I mean, I just.
Can I tell you why I didn't pick Carlin? Because I didn't appreciate Carlin until I liked Carlin more at the end. Like I was late to
I
Carlin.
get- yeah, me
like
too.
really
But
enjoying him.
He that's another guy. When I was younger, his specials were always on.
And I never watched him. And
Oh,
then
I
I
always
watched.
watched
See,
him.
I never really watched him. Saw him live, loved him, and then started watching him.
I liked the way he
I guess
thought.
my issue with him is he's not funny.
Yeah,
stop.
he is though.
He's a fucking.
He would do monologues.
Yeah.
For sure.
I watch Carl and I go, God, he's so smart. Oh, that's so right. Oh yeah, he's got such a good point. Oh, he's such a good thinker.
No,
Never once laugh at it though.
That's crazy.
You're crazy.
Never once
You are
laughed at it. I'm
crazy.
telling you my opinion. I never once laughed at him.
Nobody asked for your
he's a great
opinion
thinker.
right here.
We're doing have a conversation about this stuff.
I always love it. Ryan gets the bash our list. You didn't bash mine. I'm very happy with my list.
All right,
What a bad pick.
Guy's gonna bash George Carlin, and he's
No,
got,
I mean,
he's got
obviously,
P.F. Tompkins. I can't argue with this guy. You got a mind of your own. What do you want from me?
No, I get it. Obviously, everyone loves Carlin, and I understand it. I feel
And
like
he's like politically on your side.
absolutely, I like the guy.
Oh,
I just
I
feel like
know.
we're talking about comics. Like I'm saying, the comic's supposed to make you
I
laugh.
got you.
You
I
make
got
me
it.
think and be like, oh, you're a great thinker. But
I like
I'm
that.
Here, I want to
too.
laugh.
That's
get
a
it,
part of
I
it
get
I
it.
like.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can't sit and watch and go the whole time. I'm just not
That's
that
what comics
person.
is supposed to do.
Even when it's funny, I'm just like,
No, I think
you know
a
what I
comic's
mean?
supposed to entertain, yes, make you laugh, but
laugh.
they can
But it's
still
a
be
show.
entertaining.
It's a
Yeah,
show.
but there should be an occasional laugh.
I
Not
know,
Not just
I'm
a,
not
oh,
saying-
oh my God, he's so right.
If you don't laugh during Carlin's, I don't know what to tell you. That's insane.
I love Carlin.
I should watch more Carlin to see if I do laugh. I mean, I've watched a
I
fair,
do think you would be wrong.
I've watched a
100%
fair-
will.
I've watched a fair amount of him, and I haven't, but I should watch more.
I got Bill Burr on there. The same thing. I
yeah.
love Bill Burr.
You're writing the list as we're going through, and you still couldn't just throw
No,
in a different one.
because
I'm joking.
I wanted to put Brian Regan on there too, but Bill Burr just continues to put out specials that I love. Louis C.K.
Hard to not put on the list. Yeah,
Louis
he's-
C.K. I love everything about. I know the jerking off stuff is difficult.
You know
but
what? To me, the jerking off stuff, it's like the least. Of
I
all
even
the
liked
bad
how he
stuff.
handled.
I
it.
watched that documentary about him. That's Sorry Not Sorry, and it was supposed to be like a hit job on him. And I walked away from that being all like, I don't think he did anything wrong. Like they talked to some of the women and like they described it, and I'm like, I think they did themselves a disservice by making this because I feel like I was already like,
I
yeah,
didn't-
what
I
he
didn't
did
see
probably
that.
wasn't great, but it's not the worst thing in the
That's
world.
what I felt like. It was just
it's
like,
I'm sure he has regrets over it, and he probably wishes, he is apologetic. But then that documentary
what's the
came out, and I
actual
was
true
like,
story though? It was just like asking girls, "Can I
he's
jerk
asking-
off in front of you?"
Yeah. But he was like in a position of power above them, and they felt like they needed to say yes, or else they wouldn't gonna
You
get.
know what? At least
So
he
it's
wasn't
like-
asking you to do it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't want to be that. That's
So I mean, it doesn't need to come into it because it's talking about the man's work, and like, yes, obviously,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a genius. I think he's on another level.
You know who I wanted to put on my list and I didn't? It was Colin Quinn.
Colin Quinn was also
I
on my
love
list.
Colin Quinn.
Yeah.
But I didn't put him.
But
on.
I had to put Pryor ahead of him. I mean, Richard Pryor.
Are these your favorites? Or these what you think are the best?
No, these are my favorites.
Oh no, I'm asking because I wanted to put Pryor.
Is that number one? Are we have
Yeah, Pryor's number
Pryor's
one.
number one.
Pryor's number one.
I
Hard to
would
argue
have.
that.
The
I
way
almost put Pryor and Murphy on mine, but
Murphy
too, but not
Murphy
not
too.
a
but Murphy did too.
Such
He's
a
got
short-
what, two
yeah.
specials?
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard Pryor was just on a different level than
Yeah.
anybody, and I think it still holds up today.
It does still.
You
He's
watch
still
live on the
hysterical.
Sunset Strip, it works today.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
funny, undeniable. I love the way he talks about his personal life. Like I love everything about Richard Pryor. I love his flaws.
The one his was that was live at the
Sunset Strip.
That was right after he was caught on fire.
Yeah,
right?
he pulled out the
With
match.
the match and he
Great.
Yeah.
So great. So that's mine.
That's a good list. It's a solid list.
We had
But
14
dude,
comics on our
honestly,
top 5 each.
Colin Quinn is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
And so is
His
Brian
Red
Regan.
State, Blue State is one of my favorite.
Yeah, specials are great.
But I almost look at Colin Quinn.
But Colin's also in that vein
To me,
of
he's like an entertainer more than a comic.
he's
but he is
also
a
in that vein
comic.
of I'm not laughing every second I'm thinking, but I love it.
Yeah,
Like
but he's got good pops every once in a while. Like,
He
you
does
really-
have good,
You really.
but so does George
blow up.
Carlin.
I'm gonna reserve. I'm gonna watch some Carlin. I'm gonna
Listen, I'm gonna eat a sandwich at Wegmans, and you're gonna watch
some
Carlin.
Yeah.
That was good though. I like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
What was the other one you were tossing up? Documentaries?
Yeah.
Can I tell you,
documentaries,
I've
yeah.
been realizing that, like, if you were to ask me what movies, documentaries is near impossible for me to pick top 5.
because you like so many.
Because there's so many that I love for that are so drastically different
Yeah.
that to me, I've seen I would need to chop it down into like a subcategory.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to do that
Because like
but,
sports, there's 5 documentaries. I'd be like, all right, every one of the Mets, Knicks, like there's been some really great 30 for 30s that are probably some of my favorites, but then there's some JFK ones that would be hard for me to fucking do.
It'd be very difficult.
Yeah, but I still want to. I'm
listen.
interested in that list. I want to do that list.
I still want to do that list. I wrote most of the documentaries I wrote down.
Okay.
But we'll do that another day.
Did we not do what's comics though that we agreed on, right? I want to make sure.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
did comics.
crazy.
I didn't know if you guys
Yeah,
had prepped the documentary. I thought that might be harder to think of.
The documentary
comics are pretty like you pretty much walk around with a list in your head normally of like your favorite comics.
I knew
you know what I mean?
knew who I was thinking about.
Documentaries you got to think about it a little bit.
The one guy that was my curveball was Jezelnik. And now even after I hear others, I regret putting him on it over some
what
others.
Quinn is so good at is like another guy who's great on the radio, great on podcasts.
It's a great interview.
He's great everything.
he's
I feel like
funny.
he's great everything he does.
Yeah.
But
I saw him at CW Post and he bombed. Like he was
I think I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was like in between, like he didn't want to commit to the set he was doing, so he was kind of like riffing. I'm like, just do the thing that you said you were going to do.
I think he was doing it at Governor's too. And I think he might have switched his whole topic during that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw it in the middle, and I'm like, he did something like on stage at that theater in the Village, and he performed it for like 3 weeks. And then after that, he was like, I don't really love it. And then he was switching it up, and I saw it after he switched the thing. I'm like, I want to see the thing you had doing in the theater.
What was he doing in the theater?
Small talk.
Okay, so that never made it.
I didn't see. I wanted to see small talk, and he didn't. He switched it. He changed it. Yeah.
That's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck.
God damn it. I got another little story, kind of going back to last week.
Yeah.
I bit my tongue. We're talking about when I speak up, and I always I'm an asshole. And
You literally bit your tongue, or you bit your tongue?
No. Like I held my tongue.
Okay.
Yeah. It was on the train, and we're heading back from the city.
The train.
We're heading back from the city, and I'm facing this way, but behind me I hear a conductor be like, ticket, and she's like, I hear that, I get a commotion. She's like fussing to find something on her phone, and she's like, oh, I had it. We're just open on the thing, and he goes, well, open up your previous tickets. He goes, it keeps a record of your previous tickets, so even if it went away, he goes, it'll be in there, so just show me that. So he's obviously onto her. It's like she didn't buy a ticket.
Yeah,
she's
of
trying to ride
course.
the train. Now she's like this young white girl, and she's
By the
just
way,
like,
this guy sees it
entitled.
all the time.
yeah.
He's
So
seen all the tricks with these
right.
people.
So
He
she's
knows
like,
once you start fumbling, he knows if it's a legit fumble
He
or
knows them.
and the app, so the MTI app knows that people are going to try to do this, and it's like, yeah, your ticket might be there, but it keeps a history of all your tickets, so that just for this occasion. So the conductor can be like, well, let me see your last ticket. You'll have one that just you bought today and is active right now. So like they're going back. She goes, no. She's like, whatever. She goes, whatever. Forget it. Go to somebody else. And he's like, I can't just forget it. You're riding in the train, and she goes, you can't just. So like they're going back and forth, whatever. But eventually he just walks away, and she's just like just sits there, and he just lets her drive
because what's
the
he
train.
gonna do?
Yeah, it's like it's not worth it for him.
It's not.
So like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna sit up and be like, speak up. There's nothing I could say. But it's just so annoying that if you're willing to be the person who just wants to aggravate people, you can get stuff for free
You
Oh,
can.
yeah.
and just not deal with it.
That's what people
They just
do.
go by.
That's got to be such a awful way
it's
to
not
live.
worth it to like, oh, you got a free train ride, but
But like the hassle and the weirdness and embarrassment of doing that whole thing it's
know.
not worth it.
and you look stupid.
Everybody's judging you.
But when she goes, forget it, whatever. Go to the next person.
Oh,
It's
No,
like you're
that's not
telling
how this
yeah,
works.
it's like
You're
no,
dismissing him.
Yeah, you just imagine being you're robbing somebody, and you'd be like, the cop goes to arrest you.
That's
And you're like,
once she
"Well,
does
whatever,
something like
don't even
that.
bother."
That's when I stay there and I wait to the next stop, and then I take her off the train.
Yeah, right.
Like you have to get off the train.
and that's like if I'm not conducting, you're like, oh, what's he gonna do? I'm like, well, if I was a conductor, like my day is now committed to getting you off this train.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now
Like, I'm gonna let everybody
I
hear.
have to work for 8 hours. Now
Yeah.
my until you're off
yeah,
this train,
you're
my
just
day.
a part of the day.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stop me. You're inconveniencing all these people.
But
not
you're
me.
not.
I'm-
But you're not even really because like
Yeah.
you have to take everyone else's ticket. Okay, if I don't like everyone after you, I'm like I'm not gonna get to you. You don't care. Like you bought your ticket, whatever. If I don't scan it, if you didn't buy a ticket, you're gonna get
Right,
to
right.
ride the train
It's
for
already
free
in the bag.
because of this woman. Like thank this woman because I'm committed to now getting her off this train. Or,
I will do
figure out-
everything to make sure you don't get to the
yeah,
city.
even if I don't get to take everyone else's tickets,
Yeah,
you're not getting where you want to go.
exactly.
Yeah. So I was
So
just like,
annoying.
it just
Those
it really
people
is so-
annoy the hell
it
out of
really
me.
is.
I was on the train once a couple years ago, and it was like a bunch of city kids, I'm assuming, riding the train. They all have the uniforms on. And of course, they sit in my section. It was a crowded train. And the one kid was doing that fumbling thing, and they were getting off at the next stop. And when they have the ticket up here.
Yeah.
And I'm side eyeing him. And he gets up and he does it fast and he grabs my ticket and I was ready for it and I grabbed his hand.
Nice.
And it felt so good because he was like 17.
I love it. I'm
And
so proud of you. This is great.
yeah. And but I'm in the right too. Like that's something that I would speak out on. Like I wouldn't speak out on your situation just because
I'm just a
it's like I can't get into that.
And you're gonna end up getting more annoyed by dealing with it.
And then
than
she's
like
gonna make
ignoring
your
it.
day more annoying because
Yeah,
now
right,
that's what
right.
you got to deal with.
Yeah, because then she starts going at. She's the type of person that isn't afraid to.
She's the type of person who wants the smoke.
Yeah.
She wants it.
Yeah, but I grabbed this kid.
And then what, you just held it and then you
I
just
held
let go?
it, and he just let it go, and then ran off the train.
Nice job.
Yeah, it felt nice, felt empowering.
Yeah.
Train rides.
Yeah. No,
Had it with those.
I like a train ride, but you do got to deal with some of that stuff. Yeah.
The worst. There's always somebody on the train trying to get a free ride, and you can
Train
tell.
to me is the least spot to say anything to any because to me, like I want to get home or I want to get where I'm going.
And so does
And
everybody else on the
and
train.
you never know how drunk or no, like it just never ends well.
Yeah.
On the train.
Well, it's a lot of time. You probably are on the train a lot going into out of a sports thing. So now now you're dealing with everybody getting on the train who's been drinking all night.
That's what I'm saying. And they're either happy or pissed, and both are not fun.
No.
Because happy's just now you get to and they're all and like listen, I'm a crowd cheer, like I like to cheer. I'm hey, let's go next.
To a certain extent.
Once they get on the train, I don't want to talk about the game with everybody and high five.
Now, have you guys ever been on a train where somebody in your group is acting like the person that we hate?
That's every time I went to a sporting event with Big T. I love you, Big T, but he was the worst to go to games with because he would get drunk and he had no chill. There was a lady once that asked him to stop cursing at a game.
Oh, I hate that.
And he proceeded to sit behind her. So this is at Met games when they weren't good and there was seats around, so you could kind of move. So we were all, cheering. I don't know who said what, and he might have cursed, and she said, like, my kids are here. Do you mind watching your mouth? Now,
reasonable request.
Reasonable request.
It's something that,
and as a whole, me and my friends were we weren't fighting. We weren't really just. But this day, my friend decided, like, I'm not taking it today. Sits right behind her. I mean, like, she's sitting down, her kids, and he's right behind her, screaming, "Butterface!" And we're just like, God. "Oh my god!"
The
worst. So yes, I've been in.
You just don't want to be around. I've been around the cursing people too. But I was on a train once with these girls, and we're taking the train home.
That's when you move to a new car.
They had a few drinks, but I'm with them too. So we're all in this together, and it was a full train, and there was a bicycle in. Somebody brought their bike on and left it like in one of the those flip up seats.
Yeah,
and she just kept. Who would bring their bike on the? And I'm like, he's clearly in here, and I'm just trying to like. Just be quiet. It's like he's in here.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around. I'm so embarrassed. Like, I want that person to know that I'm not on board with this nonsense. Yeah. And she just wouldn't give it up. Why would you bring your bike? People need to sit in this voice. And finally, after literally 40 minutes, he finally was like, "It's my bike. What would you like me to do? I took a bike. Where should I put it? Should I put it on my lap?" Yeah. And I was like, I was trying to give him the eyes, like, I'm sorry, I agree with you, but it was hard to, but I also didn't want to, like.
People can usually tell if there's a group, if there's a table, if
there's somebody.
They don't usually blame the whole people. They're like, oh, I bet they hate being around that person. They
right.
usually know,
But you always feel so awkward in that moment. I just hate it. I hate that feeling.
I don't know. I hope they know this person.
Right. I'm like, I do a lot of it with the hands up. I'm like, I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Beat them up. I don't care.
Oh, God. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
Just so you know, this would be a one-on fight if you wanted to fight them.
I'm not jumping in. I am on your side. Oh.
That's good.
Yeah.
I wanted to purposely let that sit.
I know.
Well, you made it this
You gotta let
far.
those silences sit.
Yeah, we can make this a nice short one.
Yeah,
How
why
short
not?
are we?
Yeah, we're 50-something minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
that's
okay.
perfect.
It's
They
perfect.
got enough.
They got enough of it.
These people. They got enough of our complaints.
If you made it this far,
We
like,
love you.
subscribe, comments, reach out to us, emails,
All that.
whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to talk about sentence structure. I just like I just recently learned like what adverbs are. and
Oh, that
pronouns.
was serious?
Yeah.
You getting
No, let's talk about that. Now. We can save
quiz
that.
us next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, quiz
Yeah,
us
that's
on
good.
adverbs. All right, guys, thanks.